Are you ready with our story? How about you? Are you ready with our story for today? Awesome! Let's start! Once upon a time, there was a family. The boy was named Hansel, and the girl was named Gretel. The father was a farmer. The mother had died a long time ago. One day, the father married a new wife. The new wife was a stepmother of Hansel and Gretel. Times were hard. For many months, there was no rain. The crops didn't grow. Without crops, there was no food. There was not enough to eat. Now, the family was hungry and poor. One night, the father asked, "Wife, what will you do? We do not have enough to eat." "Don't worry," the stepmother said. "I have planned tomorrow morning. We will take the kids to forest. We will go on a picnic." "A picnic?" the father said. "How will that help?" "We will leave the kids in the forest," said the stepmother. "Then we will sneak away. The kids will be lost and we can now have more food." "That is a terrible idea. What kind of father would do that to his children?" the father asked. "The poor one," the stepmother answered. "I don't like it, but I'll do it," the father said. Little did the parents know that Hansel and Gretel had heard every word. "Don't worry, Gretel," Hansel whispered. "I have planned." The very next day, Hansel got up early. He collected lots of bright blue pebbles. He put them in his pocket. After breakfast, the stepmother said, "Let's have a picnic." Then the family went to the forest. As the family walked into the forest, Hansel dropped bright blue pebble every few steps. "Now, children," the mean mother said, "your father and I are going to collect some berries. We'll be right back." The father kissed both of his children. Then he walked away with the stepmother. Gretel started crying. "Do not cry," Hansel said. "We will find our way home. I dropped blue pebbles all along the way." Hansel and Gretel followed the pebbles all the way home. A few hours later, Hansel and Gretel arrived home. The stepmother looked angry. The father looked happy. "Thank goodness you came home," their father said. "It was silly if you got lost," the stepmother said. After Hansel and Gretel went to bed, the parents had talked. "We have to try it again," the stepmother said. "I can't," said the father. "I love them." "We are doing it again tomorrow," the stepmother said. Her voice was firm. This time, Hansel and Gretel did not overheard them. The next morning, the family went to the forest. The stepmother gave each of them a crust of bread. Hansel broke the pieces into bits. He left the bits as he walked through the forest. "Now, children, your father and I are going to get berries. We'll be right back," the mean stepmother said. Of course, the parents did not come back. "Do not worry, Hansel," told Gretel. "We will follow the breadcrumbs home." Unfortunately, the breadcrumbs had been eaten by birds. They were long gone. Now, Hansel and Gretel were truly lost. Hansel and Gretel kept walking. They tried to find a way home. Suddenly, they came upon a gingerbread house. It was made of gingerbread and candy. Wow, it was so delicious. The children ran to the house. They were so hungry. They started eating. An old woman came out. "Why, children? How nice to see you." "We are lost," Gretel explained. "I can see that," the old woman said. "Please come inside and I have a good meal. I will take a good care of you." Hansel and Gretel could not believe their luck. As soon as they get onto the home, the old woman changed. She was a witch. She threw Hansel into a cage. She made Gretel do all the housework. "I will eat Hansel when he was fat," the old woman said. But Gretel tricked her. The old woman was almost blind. Every day, she checked to see if Hansel was fat yet. "Let me touch your finger," the old woman said. Gretel gave Hansel a chicken bone. The old woman touched the chicken bone. "I don't understand it," said the woman. "I keep feeding the boy, but he stays so thin." "Well, I have enough waiting," the old woman said. "Thin or not, I am going to eat him." Right now, Gretel turned on the stove. Gretel opened up the stove. She had to think fast. "Can you help me?" Gretel asked the old lady. There was something at the back of the stove. The old woman stuck her head in the oven. "Where?" the old woman asked. With all her might, Gretel shoved the old woman into the oven. Then she unlocked Hansel's cage. "Quick, let's go!" Gretel cried. They ran outside. As one spoke to them, "You two look close. I can take you home if you like. Hop on." So Hansel and Gretel hopped on. The swan carried them home. When they got home, they found out their stepmother had left. Only their father was at home. "Can you forgive me?" he asked them. "I look and look for you. I know what I did was wrong." "We forgive you, Dad," said Hansel and Gretel. Soon the rain came again. The crops grew. There was enough food, and Hansel and Gretel lived happily ever after. Oh, I am now tired, and I think you're also tired, Cameron. Let's now go to sleep. I hope all of you enjoy our reading. Goodbye. Bye.